Ooh, they have calamari.
Calamari, these nuts. That one funny.
Gold, what gold?
God damn it, I told little Alex like 5 times. Go to safe mode, use display driver on installer. And he went into safe mode and I asked him again because he was downloading the old version of the drivers he was trying to make work. And I asked him, did you use did you? What is did you?
What?
Alex's GPU might be dying. So he's trying to see if it's not drivers or something.
It is CPU or GPU?
GPU.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's God knows how old RX 480 that I bought 3 years ago for him for 75 euros, so it was to be expected that it will die eventually.
I have... At the time, it wouldn't be worth it, probably.
You have what?
I have a 970.
Not really worth it.
Yeah, especially by the time shipping was involved.
Yeah.
T72 crew moment.
What did you say?
T72 crew moment.
We do not need crewmen right now. We need boys with guns. Sorry, men with guns.
Did you just assume my age? Not where you thought I was going with that one, huh?
Azrael, you became the very thing you sought to destroy last mission.
Nice to actually be able to get to an armor mission for the first time in about a month. So I have the day off today, so this will be a longer stream like they used to be. It won't be super long because I got family coming down later in the day, but we will be able to play some other stuff. So we'll probably do some DCS after the armor mission.
Is everybody okay with waiting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, I'll give them 10 minutes.
If it's this low of a turnout, I suggest that we consolidate the roles that don't have any special equipment really into useful things.
Everybody's useful. You literally just need guns.
Yes, but Ben and I can choose better guns and still lead.
Hey, Cotty.
I could be the marksman, platoon
Ben,
commander.
You jump down to team lead, and Alec, you jump down to squad leader.
Okay.
Eximp.
Yeah.
Do you mind jumping to machine gun assistant?
Okay.
Ben?
Ben is gone.
He dead.
Yep, we're gonna wait 10 minutes because we got a lot of people who reported they were gonna join late.
I can't believe Olive Garden increased their prices. Thanks, Joe Biden.
More like thank you Putin, but
Thank
you know.
you, Obama.
Oh, hey, Onion. I got to experience Bulgarian culture the other day.
Oh boy.
Some guests left
Did
behind
you?
all their shit in the room, so I scored a free bottle of Kamenitsa.
Oh no, not that shitty beer.
When it's free, I'll take what I can get.
Ross be like, it's not as good as Foster's.
I have never had Foster's, and inshallah, I never will. My day's going alright.
I think that's
Just woke
so
up,
funny
so...
that... Am I of the correct understanding?
So far,
that
it's been
not
alright.
popular there.
Nobody drinks it. Like, it's not even not popular, it's just nobody drinks it. I've seen a couple of places that advertise it on tap, and they're like all tourist pubs.
That's the hilarious thing, is that, like, it's the only Australian beer that's imported here.
Oh, you poor bastards.
And it comes in the funky wide cans. They had a fairly effective advertising campaign here in America.
Yeah, I've seen
Their
it.
slogan was Foster's. It's Australian for beer.
Yeah. They used to sell it in the UK a lot too. You can only imagine the horrors of lukewarm Fosters.
They piggybacked on the success for quite a while. Imported beers were quite popular in America. You know, it used to be American beers were popular. You know, you had your Coors and your Budweiser and whatnot, but then things like Heineken and, you know, Corona and Foster's and, you know, some Irish ones really took off. Guinness. Imported ones became popular.
You guys need to get some fucking Tuies and Carlton.
But over the last decade, every single city grew 10 breweries. So
yeah, yeah, we get a shit ton of like different American microbrewery stuff here. Some of it's really good too, actually.
Yeah, we're a bit spoiled for choice, to be honest. Which was not the case many moons ago. You know, you had your choice of Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors. If you felt fancy, you could get a Sam Adams. If you felt really fancy, you could get a Heineken. Or maybe a Dos Equis or something, right? Which is not all that special, but it was imported, so it was cool, right?
Yeah.
That was basically it, and now it's like limited production, local stuff from down the street.
I don't think so.
We get a bit of that, but probably not as much as you guys. Imports here are alright though. Like, they're expensive, but we get a decent variety of stuff in.
Yeah, but if you're gonna go for expensive, you can go for something strange and local.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a brewery somewhere out near my parents. It's just a dude on his farm. And so Dad used to get growlers off him, and we'd try out all his different fucking beers. They were really good.
Of course, where I'm from, you can't throw a rock without hitting a distillery.
Naturally.
So many.
Hey, Justin, cheers for the resub. Appreciate it. Hope you're going well.
See, it's the same here, but nobody bothers making beer. It's just Rakia.
Rocket fuel.
Yeah, there's rocket fuel as well. I remember that we were once trying to light a fire in the forest and the trees were all, wet and stuff, and it was hard to do it. And we decided to try with one of my mates, Rakia, and the whole thing just exploded and it put out the fire.
What the fuck?
My one experience so far involving Rakia ended with me walking home through knee-deep mud at like 3 a.m. and waking up the next morning thinking I'd lost my glasses, but actually they'd just fallen on the floor behind the sofa. It was great. I remember absolutely nothing about that night.
That's pretty weird. I've never gotten so drunk as to not remember what happened.
Yeah, I usually throw up before that happens.
I have a couple times. Like, usually I don't drink that much. I'll have like just enough to kind of get myself buzzed, and then I'll maintain it. But
Ben, you there?
once I reach a certain threshold, anything that looks alcoholic gets drunk.
By his official title.
Ben.
Ben boy.
Ben, eh?
Oh, I was gonna give him the chance to crew a tank, but you know, if you're gonna be that way.
I was in the other room trying to fix something.
Ben, do you want to be a tank commander?
Are you asking or?
I'm asking.
I'll be one if you need
I've
one.
avoided that one so far.
Okay, I'll have to drag your bitch ass down there.
There you go.
Dixon, can you be the team leader instead?
I'll have to run as a gunner then.
No, Ben, go commander. Literally doesn't matter. All the player boys will have enabled AI. And we are ready.
Oh.
I'm ready.
He is ready.
I didn't know it was like that. I knew that if you'd had, chicken pox, you could get shingles from it, but I didn't know that shingles would flare back up.
It would be
that is
crazy
nasty.
if we had that recruitment post we talked about, like, I don't know, 2 months ago. I have to read now.
We should put a poster up at the Tank Museum, right next to next to the World of Tank species.
People's Army of Livonia, Mission 6, Street Sweeping. Location, Nakarin-Maki Airport on the Livonian-Russian border. Operation times is 0600 hours, June 17th, 1992. Situation. The encirclement of Virojoki is close to collapse. The Russian landing to the south threatens to undo this encirclement as fresh troops are currently pushing northward to cut off our forces east of Virojoki. But the attacks have also left a weak point in their line to the northwest, staffed by what we believe to be the original besieged units, which now are significantly weakened. As we are a People's Militia unit, our weapons and equipment might not be up to date, but we are the only unit in shape to launch the attack and cut the enemy in two to prevent further reinforcements from the sea. Mission: push into Virojoki at the designated AO and block any attempt at pushing past your holding position. Execution: move along the designated route to remain hidden. It's the purple arrow. Punch through the front line. Make your way to the bunking position and hold it until relieved, and then wait for further orders. Equipment-wise, we have been lucky to be starting to receive our new automatic rifles before the war, but we still have a mix of those and SMGs. MG42s have been brought out of storage to provide us with some more firepower, and Alex brought his scoped Mosins. I don't even want to know where he got those. Oh, and John also found a large box of grenades, so we have plenty of those. Friendly forces Friendly troops are just outside our AO, pinning the enemy in place, so be very careful engaging anything outside the designated AO. Enemy forces. Enemy forces should be only be equipped with BTRs and the occasional T-55. Having been besieged for a couple of days now, so we expect them to be properly entrenched in the rubble as the lines have been relatively static at the position we are attacking. Support. We have an attached T-72. We have attached T-72 tanks, 82mm mortar support, and then resupply by truck. That is it for the briefing. Any questions? Alec?
I think me getting chickenpox is like the first thing that happened when we moved to the UK. It was my first memory of the UK. Like as soon as we fucking got there.
Will there be vehicles that we can requisition within the town, like in parking lots or outside of buildings?
No. Why? I mean, I don't know why.
I was just asking.
Mobility. What's the call-in time on the mortars?
Trucks.
That wasn't
driving.
That wasn't listed on under equipment, so I wasn't sure.
Yep. You, Dixon?
What's the call-in time on the mortars? And should we be pre-sighting these? Do they have like different intersections in the town, like pre-sighted or anything?
They should have a couple of. They should have most of the intersections pre-sighted.
Okay.
A bunch of the major ones. Their calling time should be relatively short, approximately 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. Do we have? I'm assuming we have HE frag. Do we also have smoke?
Yep.
Cool.
And I
Can
can't
you
stress
mic?
this enough. It is very important that you drive in this. What's not the right color? This route.
Oh
To
shit.
avoid getting spotted by.
I gotta back out and come back in.
Yeah,
my map's
same.
not updating.
Yeah.
Any other questions from anybody?
On that note, the execution states to remain hidden. So we're meant to get to the blocking
I
position without
can't
being
wait
spotted.
to see what happens with this monkeypox stuff. I was just starting to make plans to travel.
Move along.
And,
sitting in the route
hooray,
to
another
and
plague
then
is upon
punch
us.
through the front line.
Gotcha.
Copy.
At least this time I haven't
Just 'cause
bought the
you
tickets
know
yet.
Shit on your fucking stealth rolls doesn't mean I did.
Is Ben in the tank alone with like an AI gunner?
Yes, an AI. That's it.
AI driver. Yeah. Okay.
The T-72 has a large load of, I think, 12 HE shells, and then the remainder is heat and 3 APDS rounds. So.
Does he have a backpack and a toolkit and the ability to repair it if
Yes.
necessary? Okay.
All right.
Any other questions from absolutely anyone? Great stuff. We're pulling. Alec, go through with the plan.
I am still restarting my game so that I can see everyone else's map markers. Sorry for the delay.
Shit happens.
Yes, it does. It is unfortunately pertinent that I am able to see them and everyone is able to see mine.
Yes, it is.
You're just leading a squad.
You know, there's for those of you that don't live in North
yeah.
America, maybe this won't be like a thing, but
Oh,
you know those
Alec, you cannot be
charity
muted
donation
mics
things
if
that
you
you
want.
drop a coin at the
Get
top of
ready
the
to,
fucking
launch
thing
it
and
again.
it spirals all the way in and drops in the
So,
middle?
we're supposed to work our way.
They used to
through
have
the
shitloads
town
of those in Superstore when I was a kid.
and
Anyway,
then strong point the blocking.
that's
position.
what this fucking
Yes.
decade
And
feels
you have to
like.
stick within the AOs. You don't want to piss off the fuckers to the
Circling the
west,
drain
east.
and accelerating as it
The
gets
AOs
closer to the
being
center.
That narrow area in between the lines.
Yes.
Copy. Because those guys are being handled by friendly units.
They are being, yeah. they're being held in position. They can, of course, double back. So, you know.
Okay, I'm in. Which specific streets?
Yep.
Or does it matter
The
just
ones
as long?
within the big fuck off black lines.
Okay, I figured. I thought you were drawing on the map.
Yeah, the charity thing spirals towards a good thing. It's ironic, you see.
Would
Just
it be
rule of thumb,
possible?
don't cross the river.
Yeah. Would it be possible to
Like,
maybe?
I can't
go
wait
a
to see
little
what gamer
further down
moments we
block
get in the
position, just
second
'cause
half
that
of the year.
intersection seems kind of open with no cover
Oh,
for tank.
it's wherever you want.
And meanwhile, the Mirage
Okay, you just
F1,
need to block
which we
position
expected to
somewhere.
be out in
You just
like,
need to block
I don't
that
know,
position.
January or February,
Got it.
still isn't here.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't really think any preliminary plan is necessary other than drive to the blocking position and survey the area to see where we want to put our equipment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go through.
Go.
Gamers.
Gamer.
Gaming.
2 weeks, but they didn't specify which planet's
Gaming.
week
Oh, no,
that would be.
storms.
I have one 300 round bout for the MG42.
Little did we know they weren't talking about Earth with that.
Alex, you want me on 4? I'm just going on 40.
Yeah, there's no reason to do anything else.
Dixon, did you get a new mic?
You're
Here's the
loud and
PP
clear
gun.
4-0.
The original Burt gun.
What the fuck is this scope? PE.
I still think it's like amazing that the Soviets built like a rack of like 500 of these and like fucking fired them outside, like out the bottoms of bombers.
That's the early war scope.
Did they ever actually use it? Or
Everyone under me go blue, Dixon, and everyone under him go red.
Pretty sure they used it though.
Not a PE, but a side mount PEM, like the 1942 panic batch they built to cover Stalingrad. That is my white whale as far as Mosins go.
Right.
Uh,
I would do unholy things for a side mount PEM.
Yeah, I will try to
Bradley, go.
fucking actually use
Or
it.
guys, squad on me. Rat fuck these boxes for everything that you might need. You know,
Oh, my fucking bags are completely full.
a bag of saline.
I'm a thick boy.
Is it an MG3?
Yeah,
Hey, Alec.
42.
42.
42.
Like this
Oh.
I think we really only need one.
Oh wait.
I mean, yeah, but if
That
we have
works
2
for them,
trucks,
though.
that's redundancy.
You're right, and we could use one as cover.
1960, I think.
And we're
Right.
still using
Plus, that
fucking
brings we
PP
bring
guns,
two,
like World War II
100% more
surplus.
supplies.
We're Finnish, Polish. people.
Received.
Received.
We're a mix.
Alright.
Grab another 2 grenades.
Where's Livonia?
Alec, we'll take the
Livonia is in Poland.
Let's take this truck.
Oh.
Asriel.
I don't really play on RP servers on Armor, so
Okay.
the only time I played on an Armor RP server was like on Armor 2 about 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah, well,
Which
it
one?
says there's 2 different trucks. I'm just going with the top one.
Okay.
Yes,
Loading
they're
in
both
the
GAZ
medical crate.
66 Nordics. I hope I did it right.
Well, you can check.
2, 1. It's in.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. There's ammo crate and medical crate in here. We're good.
And a spare wheel.
Who wants to drive?
So that's a PE scope. The original scope on the 9130 sniper rifle. The original mount was a side mount. It was kind of like the German short side rail, or actually, sorry, the long side rail. So it's like a U-shaped bracket that mounts on the left side of the rifle. The PE is distinguishable by that focus ring by the objective lens, or correction, by the ocular lens. So if you see one with that adjustment wheel and the longer type of scope, it's a PE. The most common PE mount was what Ognyan's got there. It's a pair of, how'd you say it? It's like a normal sort of mount, right? Except it's got holes through the bottom of the base, so you can still use your iron sights. The PE was kind of expensive to manufacture because of that focus ring, so they got rid of it. to make the PEM, which was just a simplified version. It's a 4-power scope. It was based on a German design because the Soviets bought a bunch of tooling and equipment from Zeiss. That's what they built these on. So the PEM had its own mount and was most commonly seen in the side rail mount. That it's very similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar to what the rifle originally had on the prototypes, which was the long side rail. And they're pretty uncommon and pretty fucking expensive if you can find one. But all of the iconic Soviet snipers at Stalingrad used the side rail PEM rifles because there was like a panic batch of them produced around sort of early to mid 1942. Once the Soviets realized the SVT-40 was not going to cut it as a sniper rifle, because they'd stopped producing Mosin snipers in like 1939, 1940 or something, and so they quickly shat out a batch of side mount PEM rifles in 42 just to cover, you know, the immediate need, and then in late 42, early 43, PU production began, and the PU is like the iconic Mosin sniper everyone knows, with the little short scope on the side mount, but like Vasily Zaitsev, his original rifle was a side mount PEM. He got the PU rifle when he got blown up and spent a couple months getting his vision not rebuilt, but you know what I mean. Like, he had to get his vision fixed up because he had a landmine go off in his face.
He should join us.
Hey, Legolas.
He had a headache, and I believe his headache...
The PU scope's about half the length of a PE or PEM. It's a 3.5 power scope versus 4 power on the longer ones. And then the Germans copied it more or less to get the ZF4. So the PE is based off a German design, and then the PU was a native Soviet design the Germans copied. There was a lot of back and forth copying going on during World War II. The Germans copied the gas system from the SVT-40 to make the G43 and the STG-44. And then, contrary to popular opinion, the AK was not copied from the STG-44. In fact, it took very little from it, besides the basic concept. The AK actually has a lot in common with the M1 Garand and the Remington Model 8, because Kalashnikov was a big fan of both of those rifles. So the like the kind of safety combined with the dust cover was taken from the Remington Model 8, and the entire trigger mechanism of the AK is basically identical to an M1 Garand. But if you look at the actual guts of an AK compared to an STG, they're completely different. STG's tilting bolt, and the AK is rotating bolt. So they're completely different internally. Of course, they both have 30-round curved magazines, because that's just the optimal number. Everyone kind of reached that, particularly once they started using intermediate cartridges. 30 rounds is the most you can have, without the magazine being awkwardly long and making it difficult to shoot while prone. Whole new gas system should be from M1 as well. It's certainly very similar, yeah. That's kind of one of the good ways you can tell a normie apart from somebody who actually knows their guns, is whether they think that the AK was a copy of the STG or not. If they think the AK was a copy of the STG, like, they know nothing. It's kind of like how you can tell aircraft nerds apart from normies by whether they know, you know, like whether they think the MiG-23 was copied its intakes from the Phantom or whatever. I like little litmus tests like that. They're very handy for finding people who will actually be good to talk to versus people that are just like, you may as well not bother.
Yeah, this is 5 points.
Better stolen than shitty made? Yeah, exactly. Like the ZF4 was designed because the Germans saw the PU and were like, oh, that's a really good idea, and why do all the work of completely designing something from scratch when you can more or less take what the Soviets have, Germanify it a bit? Like, it's not identical, there's some differences in the ZF4 and the PU, but the concept is the same, they're the same magnification, you know, the basic mechanisms are all the same. You know a normie when he says the 21 was like, you tread very carefully, my son. Hit a gold mine with that a couple weeks ago? Oh, go on, do tell.
Is the tank behind us?
It's at the back of the formation.
Okay. Okay, we're getting close to the Mayo.
Yeah. Get out and screen the bridge. Now we're just screening the bridge real quick.
You know, I found out something horrifying the other day. These Gaz 66s that we're in, Transnistria took 2 of the cabs from them and welded them back to back to make a Humvee copy.
Oh no. Looks clear to me.
Barrier cutting meme emerged again, however this time people thought it was about boundary layer splitter plate. Not even the guy spreading the meme realized the meme refers to strengthening struts between the— oh my fucking god. Imagine being such a one-head, you think that a fucking boundary layer splitter is there to cut fucking crash barriers. Well, this is an MG42.
You think?
I mean, yeah, that only the Navy uses. Oh my god. Yeah, except not only the Navy used it, everyone used it. The French used crash barriers, the Soviets used crash barriers, the Brits used crash barriers. Fuck, there's more use of them on land bases than there was on ships.
There should be a road.
Left or right?
Man, fucking normies.
Oh yeah.
Normies give me the shit.
What?
Right.
Go right?
Hold on.
There should be a road.
Wait, what?
He,
Yeah.
he has to go left and then right, left
Yeah,
and then right.
left, right.
Legolas,
No, where I initially said.
Yes.
Yes,
you're treading on very thin ice at the moment.
Take that right.
yes. What a bad navigator.
Yes. I am very hangover as well.
Livonia drift.
Imagine calling the F-104 the Widowmaker, not the Zipper.
Seems like it.
Gunfire.
It seems we're going the right direction, at least.
Yes.
Can we not drive into the gunfire?
Dismounting here.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh, I hear enemies.
Dismount, dismount. Red one. Don't advance anymore. Yeah, we're gonna screen off infantry. Got gunfire ahead.
Alec, I'm going upstairs. for fuck's sake. That was quick.
Yeah.
Ross is down, Ross is down. I need help.
XF's down.
Not
Wait,
me.
no. No, who's this?
Ross is
AI.
down, Ross.
Oh, sorry. XF, did we actually reach the blocking point, or is that further to the
There are some criticisms of that map I think are pretty valid. Like the fact the glaciers are so fucked up. The glaciers are probably one of the places I would have focused on, because like the first thing people are going to do is fly to the glaciers, because it's the first map we have with them. So that's something I would have spent extra time working on.
Second floor, Ross is down.
Bradley.
Cover that. Bradley.
Yeah, I'm here.
He has a heart rate, he's stable.
Oh fuck.
Olivia, could you repeat your last dealing with that casualty?
Like I said, did I say this last stream? I think I did. I think they should have held the map a little longer.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
The textures is one thing. What really gets me though is the 3D resolution.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm kind of scared of going to the same window.
Anticipated. They seem to be a bit dug in.
A bit dug in. Hmm. Where the fuck is that coming from? I could tell where I'm taking that fire from, because it's effective fire. But I can't see anybody's heads popping up.
I wanna leave Bradley with you. Take Slick back and Azrael, sweep left, and try to flank him.
No, I'm gonna have the tank shift the force 3 with 18.
I mean, yeah, we'll follow up with infantry.
There's a guy around that corner. Look, my internal sort of headcanon about how we survive headshots in this is it just hits our helmet and fucking knocks us unconscious or something. That, or it's a 345th, so there's nothing in there to, you know, damage. Just empty space.
This is Dick. I would like you to engage the 3-story building at bearing.
So they've got like we've got like, just straight olive, and they've got like
there's a cluster of 3 of them. It's the southeast most one. Yeah, up and
it's not.
Like if you see a new one, it's a spray with machine gun fire.
So yeah, just shoot anything that isn't just fucking solid olive.
Yeah, there's smoke arising from it. You should be able to.
Alright, ready to run. As soon as the tank fires, we're sprinting to that sandbag position.
Hey, Dixon.
Yeah.
We're not gonna engage with 18. We haven't had any contact in a minute. Just go ahead and cover.
Alright, okay, we're moving to that sandbag. Let's go.
Alright, get eyes on south. Red one, you got targets. Okay. Red one down advance.
Ross, you see him?
No, I don't. Where is he?
That window.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I see him.
And take your shot.
Is this thing 0 to 100? Research 2. That's a good noise. Blue on Alec.
Cross over to the yellow truck, screen for IEDs.
Oh, that's a useful fucking bipod position. There we go.
Hold for now, we're screening for possible IEDs. There are so many windows. Red, if you could get into this nearest story and strong point it while we move up on the right, that'd be fantastic.
DCS controllable infantry. Dude, could you imagine how janky it would be? Plus, it'd suck to play as infantry on DCS because there's no micro-terrain. Like, that's a problem with having even tanks in a flight sim. Like, that's a big issue with combined arms, is there's no micro-terrain to hide your tanks in or hold down on. And it's super easy to spot tanks from, like, 20 kilometers away in the open, even on the ground, which is kind of ridiculous.
Damage to vehicles.
I mean, you can see the way IL-2 does it, where it has higher resolution areas that the tanks are supposed to be spawned in. It's just, it's not an ideal solution. I think technology needs to advance quite a bit before it's viable to have a true flight sim with good ground forces.
Southeast. Large amounts of movement. Ross.
Yeah, where? I don't see it.
Come to me, come to me, come to me. They're at the intersection.
Oh, seen.
What's your position?
Incoming.
Copy that. Hey, Bradley.
Can we move, please?
Dixon's down.
Yeah, we're about.
Fuck.
I think they're over in the 4-story.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. No, no, no. That's not what I wanted to do at all.
We're taking mortar fire. Blue on me.
Fuck, 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 fuck. Taking accurate fire. I'm hit.
They're close.
Someone bandage me.
Wait. Don't shoot at that building. There's friendlies inside.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck. Alright, I'm sorting myself out.
Let's get, let's cover red. They're taking fire.
Mortars!
Mortars, get down.
Jesus.
Blew you up.
Yeah.
Alright, let's cross. Bradley, you getting him up? Red, you good?
I'm gonna need a pack once we get a chance. My arm's hit.
Are you dead? Oh shit, you're dead.
RPG firing somewhere to the southeast.
Fuck. Totally forgot about that.
Red 1, are you able to use any part of the wood block to expose just your turret? Okay, you are allowed to try to expose your turret to give cover. If you don't feel safe or if you take fire, immediately disengage.
Yes, it's not big enough to...
There are a shitload of windows, and I just heard an RPG fire somewhere. Ognian, Ognian!
Yo.
Exim, you're my ammo bitch, right?
Yes.
You don't see it.
Can you see if I have room for a belt in my backpack?
If he has room, I'll give him mine.
No, he doesn't.
Shit, okay.
Alright.
I mean, this one is almost empty.
Yeah, if you guys could take that out and repack it for me or something.
I don't have anything to repack it with.
We'll just hold on to it until I have another partial.
I'm full. I'm like...
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Me too.
Alright, Ross, you hold this position. The rest of us, let's enter this building. Crossing. Red, you good? Hey, Ross found machine gun ammo for you.
I don't have anywhere to put it.
I mean, you can throw the...
Can I come in the... Shit, can I come in the building too? I don't have good line of sight here. Alec? Fuck it. I'm coming in so I can get a better position.
We are clearing a building across the street from you.
Ross is coming in.
I'm next door. Oh, disregard, the windows in this are shit as well.
Oh, Dragunov.
Did you say Dragunov?
Alright, Red. You're gonna be paralleling us along the left side of the road. We're gonna push through and clear.
It's gonna... There we go, that's the...
Red one, you are clear to stick your neck out a little more. We're gonna advance further into the town. If you're unsure of our position, do not engage with HE.
You know what? I like...
Oh, for fuck's sake. The AIM 9P5 outperformed by... He's on crack. Like, oh my god, I'm so sick of being gaslit by fucking psychopaths on blue. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, even if the IRCCM is fucked up, which it probably is, I would not actually be surprised if it is. Functionally speaking, it doesn't matter. Like, functionally speaking, the 9P and 9P5 IRCCM is plenty good enough.
Let's start clearing.
It's always fucking something with blue players. It's always something. And when you prove that they were fucking bullshitting about whatever it was that they were making a big deal of, they move on to something else. Just watch. If we prove that they're wrong about the IRCCM, they'll find something else to fucking bring up that's supposedly a disadvantage. Like, it is actual gaslighting. It's fucked up, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about blue in DCS PvP that attracts fucking, like, manipulative weirdos and fucking conspiracy theorists, but I swear to God. I've seen it happen with red players, but it's rare. But with blue players, it's like every other week. There's something.
Red one, load AP.
It's, yeah, they have like an entitlement. They think that they should automatically win everything and their equipment should always be better. Like, could you imagine if the MiG-21 was actually modeled correctly, how much shit they'd be bringing up with it?
Engaging with single shot.
Like, it's just fucking ridiculous, dude. It's... If DCS had better AI, like less predictable AI, better AI, like Clissadova level or better, I would not play multiplayer anymore. You would never see me playing PvP anymore, because I am so fucking mentally exhausted from dealing with these kinds of people. Because no matter what server you play on, no matter where you go, this is the exact shit that you get fucking subject to as a red player, and then they gaslight you about it. Like, if you bring up the fact that it makes it you know, fucking fatiguing to play as a red player when your shit's constantly claimed to be OP and complained about. You can't ignore it though, because it, like, they'll, with Enigma's server it's not as bad, but with a lot of admins on different servers, they'll just constantly go at them and go at them until they change things to favor whatever it is they want changed. Like, this is the issue we had on Alpins for a long time. Is they will just sit there and fucking lobby the admin and gaslight the players until they get their way. And then all your fucking red players leave because it's not fun anymore.
Wait, one.
And then they sit there and...
Do you see the SPG barrel?
Nowhere.
Right there. Big window. Yeah, our machine gunner is shooting at him with a red tracer at this time. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure that SPG is... Oh, man.
Like, if you don't do something about it, there won't be any servers worth playing anymore. And that'll also be Red's fault too. Like it is on Alpins, it's apparently Red's fault that the population there's dropped off so badly. I don't know, dude. It's fucking mentally exhausting. I'm sick of it. It was bad enough dealing with actual fucking psychopaths over Gmod. I don't want to be doing it in fucking DCS as well.
Kind of overlook Red's movement at the intersection if you can. Yeah, they're taking fire.
And this is also why I haven't made a Discord, like an official Discord for Alpin server yet, is exactly because I don't want this kind of shit happening, and I know it will if I make one. Shit.
Quite entrenched in this sector of the city. We're encountering armor that have been set up behind
Hey, Jonathan.
positions. They have
Russ is down.
tripods deployed.
Russ is down, I need help.
Russ is down.
I know you guys do. I was gonna have an official one, so it'd have like tie-ins with the server and everything, but like between me being what I am, where I always forget to do shit until it's like 3 months later, and also the fact I was worried it would just turn into the forum thread. Like, the forum thread, for example, is one of our problems because it's so fucking toxic.
No, clear this first, unless you know where he got killed from.
I think I saw the guy get killed.
Alright, I'm covering.
I'm gonna get him back.
It's not a, like, the thing is too, the majority of blue players are fine. The majority of blue players are absolutely fine. They don't complain about anything, they just play the fucking game. But it's like there's this very small but extremely vocal and manipulative minority that ruins it for everyone else. Like, that's the thing. It's literally the same 5-6 people everywhere I go. The same people. And they do the same shit everywhere. But unfortunately, you know, unless people have been around long enough and on enough different servers to know that this is what they do and what they've always done, they will get traction with the normies, because the normies, you know, don't really have a stake in things. They'll just believe whatever the most persuasive person tells them.
CPR on exit.
But like we had a guy on Enigma server the other day flipping out and throwing out all this passive aggressive, but like this is the thing, it's passive aggressive, but like it's just the kinds of like mentally abusive shit that you do not expect to run into in a fucking game, put it that way. But this guy was throwing all this passive aggressive shit about how the Gazelle got nerfed, so now the Hind is unstoppable. The nerf he's talking about is that the Gazelle's air-to-ground rockets got fixed, so they no longer fly at Mach 4. He's complaining because now you actually have to aim with the Gazelle, and the rockets have time of flight and drop off, which they didn't before. They were like fucking lasers, which is why Gazelles were so good at killing Hinds, because they could just roll them with rockets and point and click. He's not talking about R13M, but the regular... Oh my fucking god. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He barely plays the game. Like, he's a BFM groupie, and the only times I've seen him on Enigma server, he's either been in the A10 trying to get a Tomcat, or he's been in a Tomcat flying it low enough for air defense to hit him, just trying to airquake people. No, that wasn't the hot missile. That was the rocket, just the snap rocket, dumbfire out of ground on the Gazelle L.
Wait, alright.
Send it, red one.
Ogden has alright.
Yes, I do.
Look, normally I'd say don't name people with shit like this, but at this point I don't care anymore. I really don't give a shit anymore. I'm just so fucking tired of it.
Yes. Or south. Yes, southwest.
Fuck. I got armor.
Nice.
Hey Bradley, they got a guy in red down.
Yeah, one sec. Where's
Bradley, could you just pack me?
Thank you.
Bradley, could you pack me?
You bleeding.
Yeah, I'm not anymore.
Oops, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Can I find some nice level 4, please? Nope. Can we trade places?
Let's go.
Where's that?
I can't. Never mind. Can't level my bipod here. I need a coat box.
Is that
I will say too, some of the people involved in the current drama are known, well known for this kind of shit. Their reputation precedes them, even amongst people that don't usually move in the same social circles. So.
Work on Azrael here. He needs CPR.
I've got 2 guys.
Everyone with a gun on me. Come on. What the fuck is going on over here?
I could put around the HE in the building.
Walk to the window and surrender.
Aim in the staircase. Aim in the staircase.
Walk to a window and put your hands on your head.
Don't be grenade bow.
Aim in the stairs. Aim in the stairs.
Oh. Is
There
he
we go.
like in the ground?
Yeah, I got you.
God, this place is a shit show.
Milsim general community is probably worse than Gmod, even with all that I've seen.
We'll get out. Here he is.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. I think it fucking is. Which is fucking embarrassing, because the average age is a lot higher. It has no reason to be. No, you're fine. You're fine, dude.
Captured an enemy at an SPG position.
Like, this is the thing. It's the vast majority of DCS players, both blue and red, are perfectly fine. You know, they might have some silly takes now and then, but they're okay. There is such a tiny minority, but they are such toxic, shitty people that anywhere they go, they instantly pollute it.
Roll wheel. Go put it next to the road. Let's go check on these casualties.
And I'm quite sure that people probably think I'm a toxic, shitty person. I'd agree with them, they're right, but, like, you know, it's one thing to go somewhere and tell people to get good and it's a skill issue and all this. Like, half of what I do on Enigma server is just joking around. Like, people do need to get better at the game, but it's not that big of a deal, right? But it's one thing to do that, it's another thing to go in and intentionally make bad faith arguments to get shit changed in your favor. Like, that to me that rings alarm bells. Like, intentionally making bad faith arguments and manipulating data to get shit changed to fucking give you an advantage is, like, wrong. You know, like, there's something wrong there. No mentally healthy person does that.
Alright. Something stupid has been achieved.
Do you want me to stay posted up on this corner? Alec, do you want me to stay here?
Regroup with the road over here.
Okay.
Dixon, volunteer one member of your squad to go get your Victor.
The R3S and the... Okay, so I will say one thing. The R3S on the 19P is a lot more reliable than I expected, but if he thinks it's better than the fucking AIM 9P or the AIM 9P5, he's insane. But this is the thing, right? They make bad... Like, I don't think he actually believes that. I don't think he actually believes that. I think he knows that he's fucking talking shit, but he's intentionally doing it to try and persuade other people to get on the bandwagon so that Blue will be given some sort of accommodation, right? This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what one of the other main offenders did as well, is he made claims about the R60 being able to track from the front literally a week after that was fixed, and said that Blue needed, this is on Alpin's, Blue needed the AIM 9P5 to be able to compete with Red. Like, he knew it had been fixed. He knew that that wasn't the case anymore, and he still made out like it was the case and they needed that to be able to compete. Like, it's intentional bad faith bullshit, which is, you know... There's a certain kind of person that has that certain kind of trait. This is getting very uncomfortable. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's up with it, dude. I'll never understand it. Vegan's so underpowered, the engine should... Have you decided to be, like, European time zone pixie now, Legolas? Is that your new thing? Yeah, it is. Like, and that's... In a PvP environment, what the fuck do they think's gonna happen? If you deliberately social engineer yourself some massive advantage, all your opposition's just gonna leave, because it's not fucking fun anymore. Then who the fuck are you gonna shoot down? Like, this is something that's been, you know, some of the more experienced Red guys have been complaining about for quite a long time, is that some... Again, this is a tiny minority, but some Blue players literally just want a power fantasy, where they easily roll over anything they face, and they get to use human players as, like, you know, reactive targets, pretty much. And as a person that plays usually the team that's on the receiving end of that, it is the most unfun shit you could imagine. Like, there's only so many times you can say, oh, it's a fun challenge. Fuck this.
Guys, it's the trucks over there. Quad, we're moving. Red one, we're gonna actually move on foot, as it turns out. You will be following us. Quad on me, come on. Moving southeast. Yes. We're gonna move on foot right now. Southeast. Through these woods.
I mean, like, even if you're gonna be a toxic fucking weirdo, at least be funny about it. You know? That's the thing, they're not even funny about it. It's not even entertainment. It's just fucking draining. Yeah, exactly, Davey. Give me good AI and a dynamic campaign, and I will never have to deal with these you know, these sort of fucking shitbirds again. Fuck it, I'm not gonna self-censor. I think they're fuckwits. I genuinely can't stand them. I think they're shitty people who probably do this in real life too. You know, like, just manipulative fucking weirdos.
Oh,
Who needs them? Not me. Give me good AI and fucking dynamic campaign so I don't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Southeast is getting ordered.
Like, I just want to play a fucking fun playing game, right? A fun fucking playing game with my friends. I want, like, PvP's fun. I get to play against different people, all different skill levels, all different flying styles. I don't want to deal with this shit. And like all this blue has this advantage, red has this advantage, whatever. Yeah, it's never going to be perfectly balanced. You know how you fucking redress that? You learn to deal with it. I mean, I've been throwing out tips to both teams on how to exploit each other's weaknesses and deal with different issues with the game. I've been explaining how the game is coded where it doesn't match real life so that they can understand why certain things that work in real life don't work in the game. Like, I try and help people to get better at the game, even if I'm a dick about it. Because then it's more fun for me to fight better players, right? Fuck, like, the skill level in Cold War PvP has increased so much over the past 2-3 years. I'm terrible now, like, I'd struggle to get kills in the 21 these days. But I get to see all the people that I've helped along the way killing the shit out of everything they meet, and it feels good. It's coming from the west. Can't repack. It's coming from northwest of the tank. They're flanking us. That is not a good noise. We're getting mortared again. On Alec.
Yeah. Let's clear it. It's the only tall structure around here.
You notice also there's very selective interpretation of realism. Like, when realism would make red shit worse, it's suddenly an urgent issue that needs to be addressed immediately, but if it would make blue shit worse, it's never brought up.
Let's go.
Let's clear the first floor.
Move. Someone, I think, just got armored.
Go to the black. To the top? Okay, go to the top. Go to the top. All the way up. Oh shit!
Good noise. Voices.
Guys, on me. Go. Red, be advised we're coming up the opposite staircase.
Somebody just got hit on the stairs, I think.
Yeah, I killed the guy upstairs.
I feel very exposed.
Oh.
Accent fell off, I think.
Do you need help? Do you need help?
I need a pack.
Hey, Bradley. Fell off the roof.
I think we're fine.
I was shrapnel and then I fell off the roof.
Copy that.
Which direction do you want me facing?
Guys, get eyes northwest. Red one, can you?
I'm gonna need ammo shortly.
Eyes on. Oh, there's a lot of them. They're all lined up for you.
Fuck. Scaffold.
Reloading.
Hold fire.
Red one, move up to the cylinders.
Hey, Lumber. Well, I'm also fucked up with stamina.
Yeah, but who's keeping count?
Why?
Ross, behind you on the ground, there's a 300 round belt.
Thanks.
Fresh one. I took your partial.
What you got? Yeah.
Be advised, this trace is northeast, battery gates have
Need last red one. Copy that. We can't see that. It's trees. Yeah, copy that. I want to do is I want you to take either one person or your entire team, whatever you think is more appropriate, and get the trucks. Tank! BTR, on the road.
Oh shit, same. East. Get down, get down.
Good time.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't quick enough.
Oh.
Thank you.
Ah.
Oh, that was Grim. Grim Zeus me, I think. Because nobody noticed I was down. Stefan K, thanks for the follow. Oh, that one's gonna... I don't want that. Fuck. I'm moving to the other side of the building.
Somebody got fucked up by the BTR.
Stoppage! Southeast close! Fuck, 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 fuck! Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do, you piece of shit armor! I wanted to clear the jam, not fucking reload. They're down. No, that's the thing, it wasn't one of my teammates, it was Grim who's Zeusing the mission. He must have realized that nobody had noticed I was down, so he got me up. Because I was bleeding out pretty quick. I feel very exposed here, but the view might be worth it. Need something I can rest the machine gun on. Oh, I can't rest it on that. Okay, well, never mind then. We'll go back here. Bro, let me bipod. No, lets me bipod there though, of course.
Guys, we're gonna be getting reinforcements, friendly reinforcements from the north. Do not shoot targets to the north unless you positively PID.
Uh-huh. Incoming. Oh, that's on us. Yeah, RHS definitely needs a T-64. I want to go home.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Come on, boys, let's move. Get out.
What's your position?
What direction?
Any.
Move. Go.
Friendly infantry is reinforcements are coming from the north.
Yellow building. Blue, we're covering.
Copy that. Red moving out.
Red 1, can you move your position? Northwest of the construction site. Yellow building.
Can't relink my belts. Which is kind of annoying. Oh, actually, no, I emptied that one, didn't I?
Blue, we're moving.
Disregard. AI. I'm playing with real players, but we're playing against AI. But the AI are partly controlled by another player. So the missions we do are Zeused PvE, so that means that somebody's in the Zeus slot controlling the AI on the other team, but we are fighting AI.
We have cleared a path. We fought through. We have had some.
I need more belts.
Engagements from the north. You'd like us to meet them halfway?
Yeah, the AI is much better than default. Say again?
You have a belt.
Thank you.
We are at grid position 148.
It is scary how good the Lamb's AI is.
We are northwest of the construction site, northwest of the locked position.
There we go. Now we got a level mount. Or a level blind one.
Damn.
Just north.
Good times.
Copy that.
Yep.
Negative. Ognan, I want you to dig a vehicle trench. Movement north.
Movement north.
Friendlies.
Yeah, they're friendly. Permission to take
Yeah, sure. Take whatever you want.
Excellent.
There's the friendlies down there.
How about this? Red team, can you get the trucks?
Of course we can.
Yes. Be advised, you can reinforce to the north.
Negative. Friendly.
Why not?
Ognan, dig a vehicle trench.
Okay, let's get the truck. Right, John?
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
I'm glad we left that building.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
an aircraft. It was a Su-25.
Ognan's down. Redwood, can you get into treatment? We'll be at this. Our position was just engaged by enemy aircraft. They leveled a 4-story building. Yes, we have received witness done.
User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel.
Red, do you receive?
You must have a lot of small cuts. You're going through bandages but still bleeding.
Joined your channel.
Dixon, do you read?
Torso's good.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
I'll leave you to fix up your own arm.
Dixon, do you read? I don't have contact with red team.
Womp womp.
User joined your channel.
Oh, that's a bad sound. Oof.
Get an ID on Dixon.
Yeah, I'm trying.
XM's getting their tags, I think. Yeah.
There was a body that flew like 1 billion miles over there. Might have been Dixon.
Yeah. It just got propelled across the sky.
Side of all place.
Jacob, seems MIA. We are continuing to be a blocking force. It appears as though friendly elements have moved further southeast than our current position. They're moving
Thank you.
close to the hospital.
So yeah, it was probably Dixon you saw flying across the screen.
Alright, blue team. Who's good on ammo? Exit.
I'm
You're
not.
not good, correct?
Yes.
You're not?
I have literally this one mag.
Okay,
which is
give
like
it to me and go get a gun.
the gun or the mag.
Give me your magazine.
Alec.
Yes.
To the northeast, there's 3 wheels if you want to take them.
I mean, where are you going?
He's probably going to check the fucking car. If there's any goodies. This friendly? And there's Dixon. Looks like we got reinforcements.
Yellow building. Where you died at? Copy that. Do you have a truck? Move it into, I see. Move it on to, into the brick area inside that courtyard. Get it into cover. Been a minute since I've seen a fire team wipe like that.
Yeah. Like all I heard was ping, 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 ping on the team speakers. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like mid barracks building. Stairs on the side. Just move it into that number right there so your truck can't get shot.
This is Olivia to Jakob.
Send it, Olivia. Copy that, Olivia. We will mount up and move on.
Be advised, I'd recommend we take those 3 mortars and drop hot sticky loads all over that landing site and fuck them up.
Olivia, this is Jacob. We might have a possibility of using some capture maneuvers to soften the landing site. Would you like us to go ahead with that? Wait, we have Copy that. We will mount up and move on. Alright. I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is we are moving to engage enemies that are disembarking at the landing. And the worst news is that we have
What's the worst?
I have a concussion now.
Bonk!
Stop!
Fuck off, man.
I did not want to barrel that actually hit you.
The worst news is that we have no mortar support to take this landing.
I spawned without a weapon.
Just go scab one of those dead Russians that way.
Mount up in the truck.
It's like,
Go.
it's like there's weapons right here.
Oh,
Mount up at the truck.
Oh fuck, that was funny. That was fucking funny. Oh wait, the truck there. I'm fucking dumb.
With the barrel.
Oh yeah, dude, you can push people around with it.
I'm now going to attempt to kill an enemy with it.
Yeah, Bradley, can you pack me?
Please continue to kill enemies with the projectiles of the barrel and not the barrel itself. It's not a fucking bayonet.
Not with that attitude, it's not.
Alright.
Does overpressure count as a tank bayonet?
Alright. Who is in the passenger seat?
It is me.
Alright. Congratulations, you are a navigator.
Drive it straight down this road.
Pick a nice dismount. Pick a nice dismount point.
There's an intersection. Like to the
Oh,
northeast.
Dixon, look! It's your body to the left.
Oh, that's where he went.
There's a man. That's pretty.
Man. 100
This-
meters.
I saw.
100
Ooh, nice meeting.
meters.
I saw a rocket launcher on his back, so I was a little frightened. Bye, boys. Thanks for showing up. Should turn that thing off. It's wasting gas. That shit's $5.30 again.
I told my boss that I'm flying for my next trip. I'm not driving.
Oh shit!
Brad, engage the BTR.
Dismount. Dismount.
You're good.
Let me open
Exit, don't get close.
Your voices.
Enemies next to the tank.
Back east.
There's voices coming from the building next door to them. You guys have got infantry next to you. Oh! That was very stupid of me, but it was worth an effort. They're lucky nobody in that building had fucking anti-tank. Jesus Christ.
I think it was Afghan. Alright. Guys on me. We're crossing. Blue on me. Red cover. Hit. From where? Oh, swear, you stupid motherfucker.
Some.
I'm
Jesus,
gonna-
it's
I'm gonna
Ross.
treat him. I'm gonna fix him. Okay, you go.
Bandaging.
Backing.
More guys inside, more guys inside. I just pull him back.
Dixon's and Bradley.
Crossing.
There was guys inside.
Oh yeah, wait.
Jesus. Anya's down.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Thank you.
I think I need to just set myself to yelling, because I'm, like, I can't actually yell, because I don't want to wake my neighbors up,
I mean,
but at the same time, like, these guys either aren't hearing me, or they're not listening. So I'll call out enemy right on top of us, and they won't, they'll just fucking walk right into them. Well, I mean, I walked right into them in an effort to get, you know, get them away from the tank, but
Get yourself.
this keeps happening. Like, I'll call enemy out, and they'll just stand around ignoring it, because they either didn't hear me, or they just weren't listening. It gets kind of frustrating.
It's
Get
only
Onion
gonna
here.
get worse. There's an entire enemy landing there.
CPR.
My wounds to stop bleeding. Negative on the artillery.
Checking pulse. CPR.
Wasn't it mentioned that you couldn't hit the landing site, but could he not reach the
Chicken
side of
balls.
town at least?
No, Ross is down.
CPR.
They'd be going in.
Yep.
Onion needs blood. A lot of blood.
Yeah.
How many people do you have up? Stands.
Chicken balls.
Stands, Bradley.
No,
Yeah,
no
go
one's stable. I'm gonna give Ogden some blood, quick.
Is Ross stable?
Mortars.
Mortars.
Mortars. Jesus.
Yeah.
Are you hurt?
Oh, yeah, someone's screaming.
Azrael, are you having flashbacks to when you died a moment ago?
There we go.
Did nobody hear me yelling that there were guys in the building next to the tank?
Outside where we're getting ordered. Please, thank you. That's an order.
Right, we're getting moored.
Get inside.
Did nobody hear me yell about the infantry in this building next to the tank?
Dixon, you good?
Hey, they're getting rolled up on. I need ammo. We just lost someone to a grenade right next to us. They're pushing us from the south.
Southeast, southeast.
They're pushing us from the southeast. We just lost somebody to a grenade. Next building over.
Go for it. Covering.
Ice friendlies?
Stoppage.
Good times.
I need ammo.
Where are you?
Upstairs window.
If it's further than 75 meters out, I got friendlies granting casualties right in front of you.
Last one.
Thank you.
Negative, it's within about 50.
Yeah, hold fire. Exit, I'm covering you.
Yeah.
Grab him and move.
We're carrying.
Was that a friendly grenade?
The one that killed them? No. They were getting pushed by enemy. They, like, literally, they were coming out of the hedge right in front of them.
Right.
Where's Azrael?
Here.
On me.
Put the casualty
giving him
inside.
calculator.
Bradley's going to work on it. Everyone else is on me. Moving.
Got it.
Yep.
I'd say he's probably gone.
Right, I'm going to cover southwest. You guys cross. Cross. Why do I not have more people on me?
Because everyone else is unconscious or dead.
Blasted.
AK fire left?
It's me.
Okay.
I have an AK.
know, I mean, that'd be a lot cooler if you
Hey,
could
Josh.
actually deploy the stock on that.
Yeah, but I have to drop the motion to do it.
What, really?
I already tried, yeah.
So sad. Entering the yellow building.
In, get out.
I think you got him.
There's
Forget.
a lot of SVDs here. In general.
Send it, Olivia.
Kind of a shit position.
Slow. We have taken some casualties and are we are currently one fire team up. Slowly.
Yeah, he's got a scorpion as a
with the cover
backup
of the
weapon
tank.
because he's our marksman. It's going. Sorta.
Where is this building?
Red team are back, -1.
Wait, one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's where we're at. I'm trying to measure how far that is. Map tools.
Mm-hmm.
I need a small map tool.
Oh, that's people up here.
Olivia, this is Jacob. We are at the outskirts of town. We're about 900 meters out. We'll probably move by Victor to close the last gap of distance now that we won't be in town anymore. Right, guys. Let's wait, I got red. Is everyone in red up?
Yes, apart from Dixon.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
M1, cheers for the resub. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
I'm sorry for the CVT. EQB Urban Fighting tends to do that to a motherfucker. Sorry for the relatively short mission.
Been okay. Just busy working.
We bypassed 90%, about 50% of the mission, so.
Yep. Well.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
But thank you for coming.
Thanks for running it.
Please do provide that feedback. I will provide link. Any feedback is appreciated, good or bad. I'm gonna jump up to the meeting room. See y'all people later. Thank you for coming.
43 oh, fuck, dude. Ooh. Gross.
User disconnected from your channel. Disconnected.